2026 California DMV Permit Test 1233 questions and complete answers. Question 1. You are driving on a freeway with a posted speed limit of 65 miles per hour. Traffic is traveling at 70 miles per hour. You may legally drive. Option A, 70 miles per hour or faster to keep up with the speed of traffic. Option B, between 65 miles per hour and 70 miles per hour. Option C, no faster than 65 miles per hour. The correct answer is option C, no faster than 65 miles per hour. Explanation. On most California highways, the maximum speed limit is 65 miles per hour. You may drive at 70 miles per hour only if the speed limit is posted as such. Question 2. When driving in fog, it is best to drive with Option A, high beam headlights. Option B, low beam headlights. Option C, 4-way flashers. The correct answer is option B, low beam headlights. Explanation. Use your low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, or snow. High beam lights can reflect off the weather conditions, lowering visibility even more. Question 3. If your wheels drop off the roadway or pavement edge, you should Option A, wait until it is safe to do so, then gradually re-enter the roadway. Option B, turn back onto the roadway immediately. Option C, stop. The correct answer is option A. Wait until it is safe to do so, then gradually re-enter the roadway. Explanation. If your wheels drop off the roadway or pavement edge, do not attempt to turn back onto the roadway immediately. Instead, reduce your speed, check traffic, and gradually turn back onto the roadway when it is safe to do so. Question 4. As you enter into a roundabout, you should slow down and Option A, yield to any crossing pedestrians and bicyclists. Option B, yield to any car already within the roundabout. Option C, both of the above. The correct answer is option C, both of the above. Explanation. When entering a roundabout, you must yield to pedestrians, bicyclists, and traffic already in the roundabout. Question 5. If you hit an animal with your vehicle while driving on a California highway, you should Option A, move the injured animal off the road. Option B, call the Humane Society. Option C, continue driving. The correct answer is option B, call the Humane Society. Explanation. If you injure or kill an animal on the roadway, you should call CIP, the nearest Humane Society, or the police. You should not leave the animal to die or try to move the animal. Question 6. Streets and highways are most slippery. Option A, when it has been raining hard for several hours. Option B, when they are clean and dry. Option C, just after it starts to rain. The correct answer is option C, just after it starts to rain. Explanation. Driving during the first half hour of rainfall is dangerous because roadways become extremely slippery when the water mixes with oil and other chemicals on the road surfaces that have not yet washed away. Use extra caution when driving on slippery roads. Question 7. Pedestrians crossing at corners have the right of way. Option A, only at controlled intersections. Option B, only when a crosswalk is painted on the street. Option C, whether or not a crosswalk is marked. The correct answer is option C, whether or not a crosswalk is marked. Explanation. Respect the right of way of pedestrians. Always stop for any pedestrian crossing at a corner or crosswalk, even if the corner it is without traffic signal lights. You should stop for pedestrians crossing at any crosswalk, whether or not the crosswalk is marked by painted lines. Question 8. You are involved in a minor collision at an intersection. There are no injuries and there is very little vehicle damage. You should Option A, leave your vehicle in the traffic lane until law enforcement arrives. Option B, move your vehicle out of the traffic lane if possible. Option C, not move your vehicle for any reason. The correct answer is option B, move your vehicle out of the traffic lane if possible. Explanation. After a collision, if no one has been injured or killed and you can safely do so, you should move your vehicle out of the traffic lane. Question 9. When crossing a sidewalk to enter traffic from an alley or driveway, drivers should Option A, stop only if pedestrians are on the sidewalk. Option B, stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. Option C, expect pedestrians on the sidewalk to yield the right of way. The correct answer is option B, stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. Explanation. When leaving an alley, driveway, or parking lot to enter a roadway, you must stop before driving onto a sidewalk or sidewalk area. Pedestrians and existing traffic have the right of way. Question 10. If your car begins to skid out of control, you should Option A, pump the brakes. Option B, apply the brakes lightly. Option C, stay off the brakes. The correct answer is option C, stay off the brakes. Explanation. If your vehicle begins to skid, stay off the brakes. Continue to correct your steering until the vehicle is back under your control and moving safely down the road. Question 11. If you are riding in a vehicle equipped with a lap belt and a separate shoulder belt, you are: Option A, only required to use the lap belt. Option B, required to use both the lap and shoulder belts. Option C, only required to use the shoulder belt. The correct answer is option B, required to use both the lap and shoulder belts. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with a lap belt and a separate shoulder belt, you are required to use both. Question 12. When passing, you should move back into the right lane when: Option A, you are one vehicle length ahead of the passed vehicle. Option B, you can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rear view mirror. Option C, you are 50 feet ahead of the passed vehicle. The correct answer is option B. You can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rear view mirror. Explanation. Do not pass unless you have enough space to return to the driving lane. Before you return to the driving lane, be sure you have enough room between yourself and the vehicle you have passed. When you can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rear view mirror, it is safe to return to the driving lane. Question 13. Double solid yellow lane markings mean that: Option A, neither lane may pass. Option B, both lanes may pass. Option C, the lane to the right may pass. The correct answer is option A, neither lane may pass. Explanation. Yellow lane markings indicate a separation of lanes where traffic is traveling in opposite directions. When you see double solid yellow lane markings, passing is prohibited from both directions. Question 14. The driver of an oncoming vehicle fails to dim their headlights. Option A, look toward the center of the roadway. Option B, look toward the right side of the road. Option C, look straight ahead. The correct answer is option B, look toward the right side of the road. Explanation. If an oncoming driver fails to dim their headlights, look toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights and allow you to see enough of the road to stay on course. Do not try to retaliate by keeping your bright lights on. Question 15. When driving under low visibility conditions due to fog, you should: Option A, turn on your high beam headlights. Option B, slow down and use your low beam headlights. Option C, increase your speed so you do not cause an accident. The correct answer is option B, slow down and use your low beam headlights. Explanation. When driving in fog, you should slow down and use your low beam lights. If the fog is so dense that you cannot see, pull off the road and wait for the fog to clear. Question 16. When should you yield your legal right of way? Option A, often, even at controlled intersections. Option B, whenever it helps prevent collisions. Option C, never. It confuses other drivers. The correct answer is option B, whenever it helps prevent collisions. Explanation. Never assume other drivers will give you the right of way. Yield your right of way whenever it helps prevent collisions. Question 17. A safety zone is a specially marked area for passengers to get on or off of buses or trolleys. You may not drive through a safety zone. Option A, when a bus or trolley is present. Option B, when a bus or trolley is unloading passengers. Option C, at any time for any reason. The correct answer is option C, at any time for any reason. Explanation. You may never drive through a safety zone. This space is set aside for pedestrians. Question 18. Allow extra space in front of your vehicle when following a: Option A, station wagon. Option B, passenger vehicle. Option C, motorcycle. The correct answer is option C, motorcycle. Explanation. Allow for extra space when driving behind a motorcycle. Motorcycles can stop more quickly than other vehicles can, and you must have adequate room to stop if the motorcyclist brakes or falls off. Also, remember that motorcycles are difficult to see at night because they only have one tail light. Question 19. Various traffic control devices in construction and maintenance work areas are the color: Option A, red. Option B, orange. Option C, yellow. The correct answer is option B, orange. Explanation. Orange warning signs are used in and around work zones. Use special caution when you see orange signs, cones, or barriers on a roadway. Question 20. The speed limit on a school zone where children are present is blank, unless otherwise posted. Option A, 15 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. When driving within 500 to 1,000 feet of a school while children are outside or crossing the street, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour, unless otherwise posted. Some school zones may have speed limits as low as 15 miles per hour. Question 21. At a crosswalk. Option A, you must yield to pedestrians. Option B, pedestrians must yield to you. Option C, construction workers must yield to you. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to pedestrians. Explanation. Pedestrians have the right of way at street crossings but must obey traffic control signals. Where a traffic signal is not present, vehicles must stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk, whether it is marked or unmarked. Question 22. Make room for cars that are entering the freeway by Option A, slowing down. Option B, merging into a different lane. Option C, maintaining your speed in position. The correct answer is option B, merging into a different lane. Explanation. Make room for vehicles that are entering a freeway. If possible, merge into the next lane to create a gap for the incoming vehicles. If you cannot merge, adjust your speed to allow for the vehicles to enter traffic as smoothly and safely as possible. Question 23. A curb painted red means Option A, loading zone. Option B, the area is reserved for picking up or dropping off passengers. Option C, no parking, standing, or stopping. The correct answer is option C. No parking, standing, or stopping. Explanation. You may not stop, stand, or park at a red painted curb. Question 24. The best thing to do if you become tired while driving is to Option A, stop to rest or change drivers. Option B, drink coffee. Option C, open a window. The correct answer is option A, stop to rest or change drivers. Explanation. If you become tired while driving, it is best to stop to rest or change drivers. Being tired dulls your mind and slows down your reactions, making driving hazardous. Question 25. When is it legal for minors to use a cell phone without a hands-free device while driving? Option A, when making a call while stopped at the red light. Option B, when making a call for emergency assistance. Option C, never. The correct answer is option B, when making a call for emergency assistance. Explanation. It is illegal for minors to use a cell phone at all while driving, except to contact an emergency entity in an emergency situation. For adult drivers, the use of hands-free devices is permitted. However, to avoid distractions, it is advisable to make calls only if needed to call for help in an emergency. Question 26. Abandoning an animal on the highway may result in Option A, jail time. Option B, a point against your license. Option C, no legal consequences. The correct answer is option A, jail time. Explanation. It is illegal to dump or abandon an animal on the highway. Doing so can result in 6 months of jail time, a fine of up to $1,000 or both. Question 27. If a traffic signal light is green and a police officer signals for you to stop, you should Option A, obey the officer. Option B, obey the traffic signal. Option C, do what the vehicle in front of you does. The correct answer is option A, obey the officer. Explanation. Drivers must obey any instructions given by a police officer, even if the instructions contradict laws, signs, signals, or markings that would otherwise apply. Question 28. 3 of the most important times to check for traffic behind you or before. Option A, backing, making a sharp turn, or crossing an intersection. Option B, backing, changing lanes, or slowing down quickly. Option C, changing lanes, crossing intersections, or slowing down quickly. The correct answer is option B, backing, changing lanes, or slowing down quickly. Explanation. It is important to check behind you before changing lanes, reducing your speed backing up, or driving down a long or steep hill. Question 29. You may legally block an intersection. Option A, if you entered the intersection on the green light. Option B, during rush hour traffic. Option C, under no circumstances. The correct answer is option C, under no circumstances. Explanation. Even if the light is green, you may not enter an intersection unless you can get completely across before the light turns red. If you block the intersection, you can be cited. Question 30. To avoid last-minute moves, you should be looking down the road to where your vehicle will be in about Option A, 5 to 10 seconds. Option B, 10 to 15 seconds. Option C, 15 to 20 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 10 to 15 seconds. Explanation. To avoid last-minute moves, you should scan the road 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle. This allows you to see hazards before meeting them. Question 31. All of the following are dangerous to do while driving, which is also illegal. Option A, wearing a headset that covers both ears. Option B, having one or more interior lights on. Option C, using cruise control on residential streets. The correct answer is option A, wearing a headset that covers both ears. Explanation. Do not wear a headset or earplugs in both ears while driving. It is against the law. You must be able to be aware of all possible surrounding hazards. Question 32. When you see an emergency vehicle approaching while using its flashing lights, you must. Option A, move into the right lane and drive slowly until the vehicle has passed. Option B, maintain your speed and stay in your lane until the vehicle has passed. Option C, pull over to the curb or edge of the road and stop until the vehicle has passed. The correct answer is option C. Pull over to the curb or edge of the road and stop until the vehicle has passed. Explanation. If you see an emergency vehicle approaching while using its flashing lights, pull over to the right edge of the road and stop. Position yourself parallel to the curb. On one-way streets, drive toward the road edge nearest you. Question 33. You are getting ready to make a right turn. You should. Option A, signal and turn immediately. Option B, stop before entering the right lane and let all other traffic go first. Option C, slow down or stop if necessary and then make the turn. The correct answer is option C. Slow down or stop if necessary and then make the turn. Explanation. When making a right turn, you should begin signaling about 100 feet before the turn, reduce your speed, stop behind the limit line if applicable, and then make the turn.